Hey everyone, my name is Michael Grugel. I'm a Los Angeles-based director of photography, and on this channel, I'll be sharing a behind-the-scenes look at what I do as a working DP. I'm producing all of this content myself while balancing family life and my main responsibilities on set, so thanks in advance for bearing with me on the production side. About a year ago, I filmed a pilot project with my B camera operator, Nin, little passion project called Ski Joring. And it's about these cowboys who tow skiers by horseback through a race course, and they have to hit jumps and rings and all sorts of fun stuff. And so we drove out to Ridgeway, Colorado, and with our two cameras, and I mic'd up a bunch of people, our two Buranos, and it's a little bit of a work in progress right now, but it's our little side passion project we've been focusing on. So we're going to be going back out there this January again, and hopefully a little bit more to catch more races. This was our first day on the set. Very cold. During the day it was about 18 degrees. At night it would get down to minus 8, minus 9, around there. First time I've really experienced that kind of cold as a California-born native boy. And learned some things on there. The monitors that we were using, I had a small HD. We both had small HD monitors. At minus 8 degrees, we noticed like a weird ghosting effect, and so it was like dragging the frame, kind of like if you were to open up the shutter and the image would drag along. So I immediately ran the camera back into my van, wrapped it in blankets because I was not sure if that was going on with the recorded image. And the cameras themselves were fine, the batteries were fine. It was just the monitors that were acting funny in that kind of cold. This was a live event job I got called to do. Wireless transmission for the BET experience. It's like a BET convention, I believe it was. And we were filming the celebrity basketball game. So this is the celebrity BET basketball game. So it was a lot of fun on this one. I didn't shoot too much B-roll on this. Just when we first did our load in, we ended up using one Burano with a wireless transmission, and I think Nin might have been on a gimbal. What was the gimbal package? I think it was like on an FX3 gimbal package. That's what he was on. Yeah, FX3 with another DJI transmission, and yeah, client loved it. Went above and beyond their expectations, and yeah, it turned out really nice. The one bad thing about the transmission, I wish the SDI ports were on the opposite side so that they're not banging into your head like that when you have it sandwiched in between the batteries. I mean, it's a nice clean configuration, but I just wish the SDI ports were on the other side so the cabling can be on the other side. But overall, that was a nice balanced rig. Felt good on the shoulder. This job was for Project Runway. These were like press celebrity interviews with our cast. I can't show much of this one besides the lighting setup. I knew we had a nice large stage over at BLT Studios, and we used all of their lighting package. So lots of tungsten, which was great to use. So that was the key side. We pushed 2 5Ks. Yeah, those were 2 5Ks we pushed through full muslin, I believe it was. Yeah, full muslin on the through the 12 by. So we had to do these sit down interviews and light for these TikTok influencers who were coming in and doing dancing stuff with the cast. And so I needed to light a broad area and make sure we were good at both angles. These light map 4s were just we boomed them over to kind of carry over the key, and then the fill side is another 5K going through the opal to fill up the frame. And normally I'm not the biggest fan of active fill. I like more passive stuff, so like bouncing. But in this scenario, I felt like we needed to push that through there on the fill side. BLT provided all the distro, so this is all their gear. It was nice to work with them. Menace arm over 2 light mat 4s. They're both rigged off the same speed rail there. And that's for the reverse shot for our journalists who are doing the interviews with our cast. What we did for the flats were we rigged up, what are these, Mole Inkies or Twinnies? They're like the 150 watt lights, but yeah, I had the guys rig those off the top of the flats, and we pushed it down, a nice tight little beam down the flats of the walls. And it created a nice little accent lighting. Yeah, and it created a nice little accent lighting. And then I used Source 4 Lecos to kind of create these spotlights on the Project Runway logo. And it was nice. It was nice to work with. I don't get to work with tungsten too often, not at least the bigger units. So it was nice to be kind of completely tungsten on this side. I think the only thing actually I ended up, the only non-tungsten units I think I had were these, the Kino 4 bank, and I just used that as like little kickers and hair lights. It was nice because Adam, my gaffer, had, I forget what this is called, but basically all the tungsten units were on DMX, or at least the small units were on DMX, and we could dim them down to taste from blackout on his iPad. So that was nice. There's Abby. She was my first AC on this job. She's great, but she just moved back to New York, so I lost her here in LA.
Bringing the I thought you wanted to strangle me. bringing the band back together. I mean, it's been so much fun. For me, it feels like coming home, being in a place that I've loved for so many years, and everyone has been so open and welcoming me back. It was a great feeling for me to step onto that catwalk again.